This is a story that you may have come across. It's a story that's been told on YouTube and viewed by 5 million viewers around the world. It's about a big black leopard in South Africa who used to be called Diablo, and how he got renamed as Spirit.
We've collaborated with Anna Breytenbach to create this conscious bedtime story of how Diablo became Spirit. The story is told in his own words.
This beautiful black leopard that you've asked us to communicate with is very overawed by his new surroundings, having come from a very cramped and stressful place for him. That this place has been provided for him, but he's been quite conditioned by a very unfortunate past. He doesn't want much to do with humans as a result. He's immensely powerful, and I mean not just physically, which you well know and respect, but he's immensely powerful with a wisdom and an energetic presence and personality that is far bigger than anyone has ever appreciated about him before. And he commands a certain amount of respect for that. Again, not in a needy way, but really just by virtue of who he is as a being.
A friend shared the post on Facebook. I clicked on it. I watched it. I watched it again. I cried again.
Whilst Alexis gets the feel of the story, she creates thumbnails to make a storyboard.
He's angry and snarly. He cowers in his night shelter at Chukani Sanctuary. Chukani is run by these guys, Jörg and
His wife,
who love the cats very much. Jörg has an amazing connection with the lions, but for the life of him he can't seem to connect with Spirit, with Diablo, who just hides in his shelter and snarls.
All he did was sit in his night shelter and snarl at anyone who came close to him. 6 months in, and Jörg was at a loss as to how to deal with this cat.
Then she starts experimenting with different inking style techniques to finalize how the book's going to look. After a few versions, it becomes clear. Then those small penciled thumbnails become beautiful images of Spirit, Anna, and Jörg that we see in the finished product.
There's a very particular thing about his name, Diablo. He wants that name changed because he doesn't like the associations with it, the blackness, the darkness, the diabolical.
Finally, the book goes back to the typesetter who layers in the text that you read at story time. Here's Spirit with those 2 cubs that he asked about. Did you know that they now live with him at Chukani Wildlife Sanctuary? Alexis worked hard to create this image, capturing Spirit's magnificence, intensity, and power.
Safe. And I couldn't help it. I just said to him, wow, you're beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh, that's mooi. That's mooi.
And he gave me that, oh. And I thought,
I could hardly believe it when Jörg came and spoke directly to me that same day. He had never done that before. You're so beautiful, he said. How? I grunted.
And Jörg was just stunned when the black leopard walked out of his night shelter into the larger enclosure later in the afternoon. In the 6 months that the cat had been here, Jörg had never seen him out of the night shelter. He then decided to rename the leopard Spirit.
That day I walked out of my hiding place into a new world of friendship and happiness. I have been happy ever since. That's my story. I hope it encourages animals to trust humans and helps humans to remember that we can all talk to each other. Much love and special leopard purrs. How? We always add an activity page at the end of each conscious bedtime story. This time, it's Spirit's secret steps for connecting with animals. These steps have been developed by Anna Breytenbach over many years, and we want to make them easily accessible for all children. Thank you for joining us on Conscious Bedtime Stories. This book is available at www.consciousstories.com, where you will also find more materials about the activity page and articles by Anna and Andrew.